Hello lads, Chad here. Welcome to my place where Sigma male and female belong. Today's Sigma is Luisa from And Your Mother 2, released in 2001. Like and subscribe to Chad and become a Sigma. Spoilers ahead, watch out. The film begins with a teenager named Julio. He is in her parent girlfriend's house. His girlfriend calls him to go to her room and they both making love. It known that Tenoch and Julio girlfriends are going for a trip together to Europe with their parents. Sadly, Tenoch and Julio will spend the vacation without their girlfriends. Tenoch is from a rich family and Julio from middle-class family. But they're still best friend despite the financial status. Even without their girlfriends, doesn't mean they unhappy. Tenoch and Julio start having fun with their friend, party and get drunk and swimming in a private pool. One day, Tenoch and Julio attend Tenoch's sister wedding party. Suddenly, they notice Luisa, a lovely young lady. They both attempt to converse and flirt with her. Luisa is 10 years older than the boys. It turns out Luisa is Tenoch's uncle's wife. Despite knowing this, they continue to flirt Luisa. Luisa then says that she is going to Puerto Escondido Beach. The boys, on the other hand, claim that the beach is unappealing and congested. They invite her to accompany them to Heaven's Mouth Beach where there will be no crowds. But Luisa respectfully declines. The next day, Luisa goes to the doctor to take her medical result. Sadly, it's bad news. Luisa was diagnosed with final stage cancer and there's no hope for her. At night, Luisa receives a call from her husband. On the phone, her husband is crying and admits that he made a mistake by having sex with another woman while he was very drunk. He apologizes, but Luisa is upset, and after hearing this, she hangs up the phone and begins crying. She recognizes she has a limited amount of time and that it no longer matters. The next morning, Tenoch receives a call from Luisa. She asks if she and the boys can go to the beach together. Tenoch readily agrees to accompany her. Luisa then tells him her address and requests that he pick her up. Tenoch calls Julio and tells about the situation. They both had no idea where the beach is. The Heaven's Mouth Beach is not real. That day, they just made it up to flirt with Luisa. The boys go to their drunk friend and ask for the address of the beach about what he told once. But because he was drunk, he just points his finger to the map without knowing the beach. The boys and Luisa begin their journey, driving through the Mexican countryside. Luisa was unaware that the Heaven's Mouth Beach is not real, and they were only going in the direction of their drunk friend's suggestion. They each talk about themselves, their girlfriends, and their sex lives while on the road. They spend the evening in a hotel. Luisa claims that their girlfriends have gone to Italy because there are more attractive men there, but the boys do not believe her because they are confident that their girlfriend will not cheat them. After that, the boys ask about Luisa's husband and whether or not he is having an affair with anyone. When Luisa hears this, she changes the topic. Late at night, the boys were spying Luisa's room, hoping to catch a glimpse of her naked. However, they see Luisa as crying. The next day, they continue their journey into the unknown. The whole journey, they talk about erotic things that they did to their girlfriends. Luisa also tells the naughty things that she did to her ex-boyfriend when she was a teenager. Suddenly, their car overheated, causing it to break down. As a result, they decide to stop their journey and have the car repaired. They then decide to spend the night in the village. Luisa calls her husband and leaves an emotional voicemail indicating that she has leave him for good. She starts crying in her room. Tenoch then goes to her room searching for shampoo. Luisa asks him to remove the towel. He removes his towel and the two start making love. Julio witnesses both of them and he becomes jealous. Julio, who is unhappy, tells Tenoch that he once slept with his girlfriend. Tenoch is taken aback when he hears this. Julio and Tenoch's relationship has turned tense. Tenoch is enraged to learn that his girlfriend had an affair with his friend. Tenoch yells aggressively at him, demanding to know when and where all of this occurred. Julio responds that they were both drunk and made love to each other by accident. Julio apologizes, but Tenoch refuses to take it. The journey is no longer fun. Luisa assumed Julio's behavior was due to his jealousy because she had made love to Tenoch instead of him. So, as the car stops, she begins making love to Julio. Luisa goes to Tenoch after they've gotten making love. She says that she aware that the boys took her along on the trip in order to get intimate with her and they both just get it. As they continue their journey, Tenoch reveals that he, too, has slept with Julio's girlfriend. After hearing this, Julio becomes enraged. He pulls over to the side of the road and tells Tenoch to get out. Luisa becomes agitated, gathers her bags, and walks to the nearest bus station. Tenoch then apologizes and says that they have both slept with each other's girlfriend, which makes them even. Then they manage to get Luisa back to the car. After getting into the car, Luisa establishes that if they fight again, she will not want to be making love with them again. They drive till late at night and have no clue when they will arrive at the beach. The car suddenly becomes stuck in the sand on the unpaved road. They'll have to sleep in the car that night. Luisa wakes up the next morning to see that they have arrived at a beach. They've set up camp and are enjoying themselves at the beach. After some time, the fisherman and his family arrive and prepare dinner for them. The fisherman takes them to Heaven's Mouth Beach the next day. The beach, it turns out, is real. They're having a great time at the beach. They all go to the adjacent village to stay with that fisherman's family for the night. They begin to drink and get drunk. Julio claims to have had an intimate relationship with Tenoch's mother. All three of them enter a room, where Luisa seduces both of them and they become intimate. Tenoch and Julio start kissing each other since they're drunk. In the morning, Tenoch remembers what happened the night before and walks out to puke. Julio informs Luisa that they must return home since he needs to return his sister's car. Tenoch also tells her that his parents are probably waiting for him because they haven't told anyone where they're going or with whom they're going. Luisa says they can both go. All she wants to do is remain for a few days and enjoy the beach. Tenoch and Julio don't see each other after that journey. They run into each other approximately a year later and go to a nearby cafe. Both of them ask about each other's lives. Tenoch asks if he has learned anything about Luisa, to which Julio responds that he has no information. Tenoch says that Luisa died as a result of terminal cancer, which is why she stayed on the beach to enjoying her last time. Tenoch and Julio then leave for their various jobs, never to see each other again. Like African proverb said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The journey these two boys had not only left them with great memories, but also changed their perspective on the world, thanks to our Sigma, Luisa. Time's up, lads. A Sigma will like and subscribe. Chad out.